I get asked all of the time, what is the best home service you can possibly do? So what I decided to do is make a home service tier list. We're gonna go from S tier, being the absolute best service that you can do, down to F tier, meaning I would not touch that service with a 30-foot water-fed pole. My name's Adam Chapman. I'm the owner of PadPal. I've helped hundreds of guys all across North America make tens, if not hundreds of $1,000s every single month with home services. My company, PadPal, we've done about 9 of these services, whether we're still doing them or we did them for a period of time. Make sure to stay to the end because I'll tell you how to pick one service to start with and then how to go and do what I call service stacking, adding on multiple complementary services as you grow. Enjoy this video and let me know what you guys think in the comments if you agree with my list or not. Make sure to subscribe, check out my social media at AdamRChap. Also, plenty of awesome free resources linked down below in the description. Window cleaning. I absolutely love window cleaning because it's one of the first services we ever did at my company, PadPal. I love it because it's reoccurring revenue. You do the windows in the spring and the fall, and then customers come back year after year. Every single house and every single building has windows, so that makes everybody your customer. It's insanely affordable to get started. You could literally go to Home Depot after watching this video, buy less than 500 bucks worth of stuff, and be making $1,000 tomorrow. Absolutely love window cleaning. Also some great upsells such as screen cleaning and interior window cleaning. That's why I'm putting window cleaning at A tier. Next, handyman services. Some of you guys might not like this, but that is F tier all day long. It's insanely hard to scale. One day you're fixing a ceiling fan, the next day you're doing siding, the next day you're fixing a fence, building decks. No, that's gonna be really hard to teach people how to do, so you're basically buying yourself a job. On top of that, when you make a mistake, it can be insanely expensive. Let's say you're working in someone's bathroom doing the floors, mess it up, you could be out thousands of dollars. Handyman services, although it's a good way to get yourself a job, I would not personally recommend that. That is the worst it can be, F tier. Number 3, Ashvault Sealing. Ashvault, that was the 4th service that we added at my company, PadPal. Absolutely love it. It's insanely satisfying to have the job done. You can do residential or commercial, so that's a big plus for it. You can also do crack repair, charging $2 per foot, pothole repair. Asphalt is literally everywhere you look. There's millions, if not billions, of square feet of asphalt on the earth. It's a high ticket service as well. However, the drawbacks of asphalt sealing being it does take a little bit of training to get it well. There can be some costly mistakes and it's expensive to start. I put asphalt sealing at B tier for those reasons. It's tiptoeing on A tier. However, we're gonna put it at B tier because of the costly startup, vehicle maintenance, training people, and it can be pretty seasonal depending on where you live. Gutter cleaning, absolutely love gutter cleaning. Gutter cleaning was the same time I added window cleaning, one of the first services at PadPal. I love gutter cleaning because you can charge $300 plus to do the gutters. A lot of times you get up there, clean them out really quick, check the downpipes, and you're good to go. There's never gonna be a callback for gutters as long as you clean them, test them, you're good. Whereas window cleaning, sometimes you get a callback because windows drip or you miss a spot. I like gutter cleaning more than window cleaning. Not enough to put it in S tier, but gutter cleaning A tier all day long. All you need to get started is a ladder, garbage bags in your hands, and you can go out there and charge $250, $300, $400 per job. Plus that is amazing upsells such as gutter guards. Gutter guards, you can go out and charge $10 per foot for those, install them, and then go back next year, make sure you do a maintenance check, and then upsell the window cleaning additional services. Absolutely love gutter cleaning. That peak season is in the fall as well as the spring. Plus, whenever there's a heavy rainfall and people didn't do it, they'll be calling you. Gutter cleaning, A tier, all day long, almost tipping on the S tier. Power washing. So power washing, it's another great service. That was actually the third service that we offered at PadPal. When I started, we offered window cleaning, gutter cleaning, power washing. Power washing is great. They're insanely effective because you can do multiple services such as interlock cleaning or washing siding. However, it does have some drawbacks, meaning you can't use it on all surfaces because it could damage the home. So power washing on its own, great service, affordable, get started. I'm gonna go and put that on C tier. Reason being, a little bit more expensive to get started than window and gutter cleaning. You can mess things up if you screw it up. Sometimes there's chemicals involved. Also, you might be limited by what services you can offer. So power washing, I'm gonna go and put that on C tier. Grass cutting, and I know a lot of people might be triggered by this. The only thing grass cutting has good for it is reoccurring revenue. However, all the other services, if you structure them right, you can have reoccurring revenue. And instead of just charging $50 per cut or $400 for the season, you can go and charge $300 for window and gutter cleaning, do it twice. So there's more money in those services than grass cutting. Plus, people are really particular with their grass. They can be really annoyed if you miss a spot. They'll be mad if the grass isn't looking good and sometimes be out of your control. I'm gonna go and put grass cutting on D tier. It has a lot of equipment expenses to get started, takes a lot of customers before you start making any actual real money. You need a shop right away, whereas window cleaning, gutter cleaning, you can put in the back of your car or your truck, put it in your basement. Grass cutting, that's a D tier. Too much equipment, too many headaches with customers, low ticket service, D tier, grass cutting all day long.
Regardless of what service you're offering from today's tier list video, you need to make sure that you have the right tools on the field as well as in the office. That's why my company, we use Jobber. Jobber allows us to manage my entire business from my computer or from my phone. I can keep all of my customer data in there. I can send out quotes, automated quote reminders, collect payments. I can literally be on a vacation, open my phone and see where my guys are working. That way, whether you're doing an S tier service or an F tier service, your business is properly managed. For a free trial and exclusive discount, check out the descriptions as well as the pinned comment down below. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Holiday lighting. I'm talking about the Christmas lights that you put up every single year. That is the best home service you can do. That is S tier. I love holiday lighting. That was the 5th service that we ever offered at PadPal and became my #1 favorite. Why? Massive reoccurring revenue. So we signed deals for 2 or 3 seasons long. Number 2, a high ticket service. Our average ticket last year was $1,800. 3, your customers absolutely love it. When they go out with their whole family, they'll take photos, share it on social media, so it gets you more leads. They give you 5-star reviews. When you have workers, they get tipped really well. Everyone's happy during the holiday season. You make their holidays magical with making a lot of money. We have guys in my program, Home Service University, first year offering it, doing $100,000. First year offering it, doing $70,000. We did a little over $300,000 last year in professional holiday lighting displays. The only drawback to holiday lighting takes a little bit of a learning curve. If you need help with learning it, click below and we have a bunch of free resources down below, or join Home Service University. However, that is the S tier service, recurring revenue, high ticket, customers are happy, brings in a lot of extra work. Holiday lighting is the ultimate home service. That is S tier. Next service, permanent lighting. That's the hot new trending topic right now. However, the service isn't that new. My company, we started doing it in 2021. And don't get me wrong, it is a great service. However, I think it's glamorized more than it needs to be. Why? It's expensive to get started, and mistakes can be expensive if you mess things up. Number 2, sometimes depending on where you live, you need to have special authority signing off on all your work, which can become a headache. 3, it's not reoccurring in most cases. We teach in HSU how to make it reoccurring. However, in most cases, it is not a reoccurring service. The things I love about it, it's high ticket, it's trending, and certain people have their mindset on it. Certain customers, they want permanent lighting and they won't do anything else. So that way you're not losing out on those customers. Your average ticket job is gonna be about $5,000. However, there's a lot of room for error. Get proper training doing it. I would go and put permanent lighting as a B tier for those reasons. Expensive to get started, expensive mistakes, not that much recurring revenue unless you're really strategic with it. And again, you're not doing that customer over and over and over again. So I'd go and put permanent lighting in the B tier. It could almost be A. However, if we're comparing holiday lighting to permanent lighting, holiday lighting S tier, permanent lighting B plus, let's call it, because it is great. It's trending, high ticket. Job's gonna be $5,000 plus. However, there's a lot of drawbacks to it as well. So if you're gonna do it, make sure you do it properly, get a good supplier, and really train your guys well, because you can't just hand this off and say, hey, good luck, or else you have a lot of headaches. Snow removal, that has to be F tier. Although I know some people do it successfully, I have to put that in F tier because it is a lot of headaches, tons of headaches. You can absolutely damage your reputation. Every single customer gets up in the morning thinking that they're your only customer. You don't get to their driveway before they have to go for work. They leave you a bad review. They are not happy. A huge insurance and liability risk. Massive. Your insurance, no matter where you live in Canada, the United States, insurance for snow removal is absolutely through the roof. Same idea as lawn care. You need a lot of driveways to begin making money whatsoever in snow removal. Expensive equipment, lots of headaches, also lots of insurance, lots of liability. Plus, who wants to get up at 3 in the morning and go and shovel driveways, snow removal driveways? Nobody. Hard to keep workers. Snow removal, I'm going to put that in F tier. Hardscaping. Hardscaping is absolutely beautiful. We're talking about doing around the pool, doing walkways if you're in the States, maybe the driveways, anything like that, garden beds. Hardscaping looks beautiful, and I know it's glamorized, the before and afters on social media. I love following that type of stuff. However, after doing some hardscaping projects, I'm gonna go and put that into D tier for a few reasons. Number one, you need to hire really good people and train them really, really well. And they also have to be hardworking people. Hardscaping is back-breaking work. Also, very thin margins on hardscaping. You are not making 50% margins on hardscaping. You're lucky to make maybe 15%. So hardscaping, even though it looks awesome, you're gonna need a lot of equipment, a lot of workers, back-breaking work, harder to scale. It is doable, but for those reasons, hardscaping, I'm gonna go put it on D tier. Also, no recurring revenue, guys. We love recurring revenue in home services. Someone's not gonna do their $40,000 backyard and then next year call you back to do it again. So hardscaping, I'm gonna put that in D tier. Expensive, mistakes can be expensive, expensive equipment, hard to find workers. That is a D tier service. However, an awesome service that is recurring would be what we call interlock cleaning, or in the States, paver cleaning. So what we're doing is cleaning the surface, then you can power wash it to clean all the dirt out and the weeds that grow in it. Sometimes you might need to re-level it, very easy to do, and then re-sand it and seal it. I absolutely love that service. We did that at PadPal for a couple of years. Reason I love it is because you can make a lot of money in one day. You can do like a $3,500 job in one day, and it's insanely profitable because all you're paying for is literally the water and the power washer, which is free. You're using the customer's water, maybe a bit of crushed stone if you need to level it, and then your polymeric sand to put between the stones and re-level it again, and then if you're standing at that. So you can charge a lot of money because people might have spent that $40,000 on their interlock or pavers if you're in the States backyard. They'll happily spend $3 or $4 grand to make it looking brand new again. The only drawback of this service is it is a little bit manual intensive. You need a trailer to do it as well to bring the stones back and forth. However, it's a great service. I'm gonna go put that in C tier because it has a lot of revenue in it, high profit margins, and people wanna make their interlock look good. So that's a great service to offer, especially as you're trying to build capital in your business. Interlock cleaning, sanding, restaining, leveling, anything like that, that's going into C tier. Soft washing. So depending on where you live, soft washing is either a massive thing or you don't do it at all. Where I live in Ottawa, Canada, I think there's 1 or 2 companies that do it, but we don't really get that much roof and moss buildup. However, in like the Pacific Northwest or down in Florida, moss buildup is a real issue and people need to clean their roofs. I love soft washing because you can get started for less than 600 bucks. I went out and filmed with one of my students, Noah, who's out in Idaho. His entire setup was cost less than 600 bucks. He made 107,000 in his first year and then 250 not even in his full second year. So it's a great service. It's high ticket service. You have to get up on the roof. That might be a drawback for some of you guys, but because it's a maintenance need, it's a high ticket service, I'm gonna go put soft washing in the B tier. Great service to add. The only thing you wanna be careful for is your chemical mixes. You don't damage anything, but it's a low cost startup, not as good as window cleaning or gutter cleaning, but it's low cost. It's a maintenance need depending on where you live, and then you can go and upsell additional services. I love soft washing. I'm gonna give that B tier. There you have it. That is the home service tier list. However, what I preach and what I teach to my students in Home Service University and the same stuff we do at PadPal is what I call service stacking. That's starting off with one service and then adding on as you go multiple complementary services. You can do that in a one-off stack, meaning you'll go to the house that one job, go from a gutter cleaning job to adding window cleaning and power washing, or a yearly stack. Maybe we do that house in the spring, we get them in the fall for lawn aeration or seeding, and then what we'll go and do in the Christmas time, get them on Christmas lights. The goal of service stacking is to have one customer or one house pay you thousands of dollars a year instead of one-off jobs. If you need a hand with service stacking or even just starting your home service business, I encourage you to go below and book a call and learn more about Home Service University. We've helped hundreds of people all across North America make $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month. Some of our best students over $100,000 per month with simple, boring jobs. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think about the service rankings in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one.